Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and it's time for another Breakfast with Blaha. And today I'm having fat-free Greek yogurt, almond butter pecans. Of course, I'm going to get to listen to, again, people tell me how dangerous what I eat is, how it's terrible, because eating organic, fat-free dairy products, which are, again, extremely high in protein, calcium, magnesium, potassium, all that good stuff, B12, and a bunch of fiber, polyunsaturated, monounsaturated fats, and extremely low glycemic index carbs is dangerous, right? My God, do these idiots reach sometimes. It's scary. It's scary how stupid people are. So, speaking of which, let's talk about influencers. And when I make these statements about influencers not having to produce any good information to make a lot of money and build big followings, I'm not talking about the people who are putting out good information. If they're out there, there are legitimately good strength coaches all over YouTube, Instagram, all of that. There are plenty out there who are great coaches who do know what they're doing. There are even figures out there who give pretty good information. I mean, perfect example. Bugenhagen. Guy gives good info, right? Good sized channel, gives good info. He knows what he's talking about. Right? So I'm not talking bad about him or Chad Wesley Smith or any of these people, right? They give great information. Boog is an entertainer who doesn't put out a lot of info, but the info he puts out, he knows what he's talking about. I'm saying that as a fellow coach, because that's all I do. I coach for a living. This is where I make my money. The YouTube is a secondary income. And if people weren't getting results, they wouldn't be paying. And you guys have seen plenty of them. So, I'm not talking about that. We're talking about these ripped guys who don't know anything. And then, you'll get, sometimes people ask, how do these guys get so popular? How do they get so popular while putting out no decent information, nothing that works? Simply put, they have a look. And the average new lifter has no way to assess knowledge, oftentimes, other than how some guy looks. They don't realize that, hey, maybe strength matters, maybe real muscle mass matters, because they can't tell. I mean, a perfect example, I've literally had fanboys come in of some of these really just skinny twink looking guys. And they'll be like, well, they're bigger than you. And it's like, you might want to see me on camera and in pictures against a bunch of other really big power lifters and bodybuilders and stuff. They're not bigger than me. They don't even have within 50 pounds of muscle on me. Like, let's just not even talk about fat. But in their mind, these guys are big. They'll actually think that little skinny guy has bigger arms than me because I don't have the greatest arm genetics. And they don't realize my arms are 18 inches. I'm just that big. So, until, again, people see me at certain camera angles next to other people, which come up at one of the pictures at a powerlifting meet, a charity event. I have one guy say, wow, well, when did your arms get that big? I'm like, they didn't. They always have been. It's just camera angles and perspective. But, a guy who is ripped with 14-inch arms, right? The Athlete X types. Jeff Side back in the day claimed he had 18, they were 14. I met him in person. They were tiny. These guys, these different influencers, that sort of look when you're lean and there's no one else standing around for comparison. They look big to someone who doesn't have a trained eye. It's the low body fat and a little bit of delt that does it. So then they assume, hey, this guy has a lot of muscle, when in reality, that guy was walking down the street. A lot of times these influencers, if they're walking down the street in a t-shirt, even a slightly baggy t-shirt, you won't even realize they lift. Without the shirt off and the lighting, and everything's shaved down, you wouldn't even think that they lifted. But yet that people take the advice and say, well, they're going to help me gain muscle. And they don't have much muscle, and it might have taken them 5 years to gain the little bit they have. You see the problem here? Or maybe they just have a little bicep, a little delt. That doesn't make you look big in person. It only makes you look big when you're really, really lean on a camera by yourself, not with anyone else in the picture. But these kids don't understand that. They see that and say, aha, they're going to help me get there. And they don't understand you won't be able to maintain that leanness these guys have year-round either most of the time. You won't be able to maintain that either. But with a little personality, a few catchphrases, and that look, people can blow up. They can get 1 million followers. Or even 500,000. I mean, if you can get 500,000 followers, you can comfortably live on that. And people aren't aware of that out there. You can very comfortably. You're not working class or middle class if you have 500,000 followers on social media and you do anything to make money on it. Make any effort, even just monetizing your YouTube videos at that point, they're living comfortably. And that's a business at that. Even just monetized channel at that point is well into a six-figure income. Almost guaranteed. Unless they just don't make videos. So they're making money. And the people follow them because of the look, and they don't have to get results, because a lot of the people, I get that all the time, well, I did their stuff, I get clients like that, and I didn't get any progress. And it's like, of course not, because they don't give you good advice. They're like, well, how do they have so many followers? Because for every 10,000 guys who try to use their advice and don't get results, you spent an entire year wasting a year of your life doing it. Okay? 2 years of your life doing it. When you stopped getting results and dropped and quit following them, another 1 million people slid in to do the same. Okay? And in the meantime, they're making $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year through whatever means that they've monetized their platform. Merchandise, commercials, selling programs, selling supplements, right? Because they have the look and it's marketing. They can put out complete garbage information that will not help anyone, maybe help them a little bit. They're a complete noob. And that also keeps them going too. You help noobs make any progress at all for just a little while, even with mostly bad advice, they'll stick around a little longer. Okay? They'll stick around. But at the end of the day, it really is just a scam. And they don't have to put out good advice, and many of them have no idea how to put out good advice. They're just skinny guys who work out a little bit. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.